to these like wishy-washy spiritual videos on YouTube talking about like manifestation and like asking and you shall receive and stuff. Even though like Jesus did say that and it came true for me, I don't really believe in, in these like spiritual things that the universe will reward you and stuff. I think I obviously abide the laws of physics, which is force applied leads to inertia and momentum, and obviously if you act like something, that thing's gonna happen. But that's not really spiritual, right? That's more logical, right? 1 + 1 = 2. Desired outcomes will come from input like methods and force. But I never really. By the way, it's a really beautiful day, and I don't really believe in this like manifestation thing or like the laws of attraction and whatever. But at least not until now. But I realized something because I just finished walking my friend home from school. School ended. I'm heading to my guitar lessons now, and I'm walking through this park, and I realized because we were talking about girls, right? As you do. Oh, I got a freaking piece of metal stuck on my foot, and I realized something, which was that in the past year and a half, and I don't pride myself over this, I'm actually kind of sad about this, I've gotten 10 girlfriends, but during the first 14 years of my life, I didn't get a single shred of female attention. And yes, it might be because up until 3 years ago, I was really fat and ugly, and I was 12. So, and now, once I turned 14, and I realized, wait, I'm jacked, my acting's getting better, I'm a funny guy, I'm confident, and I started talking to more people and more girls. I started pulling girls easily, and girls started going up to me and telling me they liked me and stuff, and girls talked to me and I talked to them, and it was fun and everything. We're talking to this guy who's actually a year older than me. I'm in grade 10, he's in grade 11. And he was telling me, because when I told him, I was like, damn, bro, I wish I only had one girlfriend, and it was in 4th grade, so when he was 9, 8 years old. It's like, so that doesn't even matter. And he's like, how come you can get all of these girls and I can't get any? And to be honest, I'm looking at the guy, and he's not even ugly. He's I'd probably say, if I saw him on the street next to me, he might even be more attractive than me, right? He has completely clear skin. He has pretty strong facial features. His hair, I'm sure it could always be better, but it's not clapped at all. He has a hairstyle that suits him. He even though he wears glasses look fine on him. They give his face structure and everything. Sure, he's a bit shorter than me, so he's 170 something, maybe 175. But that's not even that short. He's still taller than most girls where I live in Portugal. And so and I realized, because he's I've wanted a girlfriend for ages, because I was looking at, this all started, by the way, because I said I was waiting until marriage and stuff. But so he's it's unfair and whatever. And then I'm telling him I could give you some advice and stuff. And he's like, no, I don't really like girls in my year and whatever. But the point is, I realized he wanted to get a girlfriend, and I don't. I started getting most of the girls being into me weren't even when I was looking for a girlfriend. And girls started being into me when I stopped looking for a girlfriend, which was about 6 to 9 months ago. Right after summer, I started wanting to change on this path, which I keep talking about, where focus more on God and money. But I never worked discipline on that. In my mind, I had made this switch. It was I don't care about girls anymore. And that's when 7 girls kept wanting my attention and kept saying they liked me, and literally asked me out on dates. I never thought a girl would ask me how to date on a date. I thought it would always be the other way around. But no, I've had 3 girls in the past couple of months to literally ask me if I wanted to go eat lunch with them on Tuesday or whatever. And so I realized the reason this was happening to me wasn't because I was more attractive than him. Sure, he's skinny and I'm pretty well built, especially for a 15-year-old. Most people would say I'm pretty jacked. But I think the reason that I was being so much more successful with women is because I didn't want them. I wasn't looking for them. And it's the law, logic, law of space and voids, I guess. But you can think about it this way, which is, if you have gas in a chamber and you create a void, the gas will fill that chamber. And it's the same with like every force on Earth. If you have something like in an area and you pull like a void that starts sucking other things into that area, all those things are going to rush to go to that like voided area. It's like diffusion and stuff. You learn this in like 8th grade. And so I realized, because I stopped wanting girls, I created a void. I was putting in so much energy and effort into trying to attract girls that, sure, it was working. Another law of movement in chemistry and science is active transport, which is like when your mitochondria uses energy to pull like glucose and protons into it so it can make like energy or whatever. But diffusion is much easier and it doesn't take any energy. It just happens from a concentration gradient. I sound like an absolute nerd, but I just want you to understand what I mean, which is if you have equal amounts of something in a space, like in just like a box or something, nothing's gonna like change to one side because they're all equally dispersed. But if you create a void where there's nothing, things are gonna rush to fill that space. So if you stop thinking about girls, if you start focusing on other things, what will end up happening is that like girls will end up focusing on you. Same with like I haven't noticed this working on any other things because I haven't tried it with anything else, but at least it's worked with girls. It might work on other things, maybe even works with money. I don't think I made any money, but like I was always thinking I want to be rich, maybe think of Pope Francis. He doesn't care about money. I think he keeps getting those donations. Like someone like sent him like a Lamborghini once, and I think he like sold it and gave money to charity. Him, the man who's not materialistic in the slightest, I look up to him a lot. He doesn't care about any materialistic things. He's probably one of the closest men to God like on earth alive today. He doesn't chase money, he actually kind of runs from it, but money chases him. No matter where he goes, he gets these donations and these large sums of money. So I guess the advice I'm trying to give here is focus on what truly matters, on what you truly care about, and the rest will follow. If you want a girlfriend but you don't want to be rich, let me tell you that you will gain much more happiness and fulfillment from working and developing a skill or something that could potentially make you money than by trying to look smacks and optimize your like charisma so that you can like talk to as many girls as possible and make yourself feel attractive. So I hope this video gave you some pretty good insights, and remember, make memories, not dreams.